Many of you have asked me to do a tutorial about coloring a page from Secret Garden, Johanna Basford's book, and I have been thinking about it, and I wasn't really sure whether I should do that or not, because I really want to show you the complete process of coloring a page. But because my way of coloring is very time consuming, I wasn't really sure whether I should do that and video the complete process. But since so many people have been asking for it, I decided to at least make a start. So I've picked a page from Secret Garden, and I would love you to join me and color with me. So this page I will color it with my Bruinzeel design pencils as my main pencils, and well, we'll see if I can stick with the Bruinzeel pencils alone, or maybe I will use some other pencils as well. This is the page that I picked. It's a page with mainly flowers and leaves and some butterflies, and I find it a very nice project for this tutorial. Spring is coming, and I can't wait for my garden to be green again, full of flowers. The first thing I do when I start coloring a new page is not to pick a color, but to think about what this page makes me feel like in a sense of what kind of day is this in this page, what time of year is this, is the sun shining, or is it hot, or is it cold, or things like that. So when I look at this page, it feels very much, it doesn't feel like spring, late spring, early summer, I think, at least for Dutch, the way it is in the Netherlands here. So I go for, let's say, the month of May, and the month of May is a month I really enjoy, because the light is so beautiful in the Netherlands in the month of May. It has this very special quality in early evening, actually. I don't know how to explain that, but there is a warmth in the evening sunlight. Well, I'll try to make that happen in this drawing, but I actually have no clue at all how to do that. But maybe I find out while coloring. So I know it's the month of May. For me, that represents green, warm days, beautiful lights, lots of vibrant colors in the flowers. So now when I start coloring a page like this, I do not go into detail right away. I first do some experimenting with colors and tones, and so we will do that right now. And I would like to start with some leaves and with a very fresh green. And this is the green I use. I hope the camera will pick this up. It is called yellow green, and my pencil is getting very small. And I found some leaves that I would love to give some color over here. The sun is shining, that's lovely. And I'm just giving these leaves a little bit of green. I do not worry about covering the whole leaf or leaving some spots white. Actually, it's better, I find it better to leave some spots white, because when you add another color you will immediately get a liveliness to the leaf that I wouldn't get when I would cover the complete leaf. So let's pick some more leaves for this color here. These little ones. Now this goes very fast, the first layer, so I'm already thinking about these little bells. I will not color them yet, but what color would I like to give them? Should it be... They remind me of bluebells, but I'm not sure if these should be blue. So here some more leaves. Now the fun about this particular page is that Johanna Basford left some space for our own details, so that's nice. So we have some freedom on this page to use our own imagination and creativity. Here are some more leaves I wish to color. Now my Bruinzeel pencils are 17 or 18 years old already, so they are wearing down a little bit. They are good quality pencils, but it is not quite clear how light fast they are. The pencils do have an indication. As you can see here on the back of the pencil, there are stars, and if they are really light fast, they have 3 stars. Now this one has 2, this pink one, and that means that when you expose a colored drawing to the light, so when you frame it, for example, they will gradually wear down and the color will fade. And for example, the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils are very light fast, and the most light fast pencil available right now is the Carandash Luminance pencil, but that one is extremely expensive because of that. So unless you want to frame your work or sell it, these pencils are pretty good. So I put some green in it, and now I'll pick another green, a darker tone. It's this one, sap green. And I will choose some other leaves that I will give a little bit of color with this one. How about these tiny? Just a little bit of color. Now you are completely free to choose your own colors, of course. I always go for colors that remind me of nature. So I will always go for a quite natural look. There is one drawing or one or two drawings in this book that I used to experiment with other colors, but it doesn't work out for me. I've seen beautiful drawings with the most incredible colors on the internet, but for some reason it's not working for me, because the light is a little bit difficult at the moment, because there are clouds and there is sunlight. I put Lost Ocean beneath under the Secret Garden book, so the light is a little bit better, so you can see it better. I picked this one. It's called Bronze Green, and it's a bit brown green, and I put it on some branches very lightly, so I can alter the color eventually. Could be that I'm not completely happy with this brown color, but because I am using such a light touch, I can add different colors on top of it. Now these wax-based pencils, because the Brownzeel are wax-based, they are not erasable. So in this coloring process I will take my time, and if I'm not sure how to proceed, I will just wait a while, maybe a couple of days, and determine then what should be done. Most of the time, after a couple of days of not coloring this page, the answer will come. You will see immediately what needs to be done. We have a cloud, but in a minute or so the sun will reappear, I think. There it is. Now there are many ways to color a page. Many artists, many professional artists start with a background, and there are a lot of reasons to say that that is a very good way of starting your drawing or painting. But for some reason I like do it simultaneously. So in this I am now giving a bit of color to the forefront, to the flowers and the plants, and then I will go to the background, choose a color and give a little bit of color to the background. And then I will go back to the plants and the animals and the flowers, and so I will go back and forth from the plants and to the background and back again. So choose your own technique. If working on the background first works for you, then do it. It's that easy. Let's take a step back now. So the first bits of color are on the paper now, and I find this area intriguing because and this one too, because these areas are the areas where the background is very prominent, and I think those areas will eventually determine the atmosphere in this drawing. This is the middle, the center of the page, and I decided to use a very light pink to give these flowers a little bit of color. This light pink is called flesh color. Just a little bit. It almost fades, but it is just to give this flower a first layer of color. And I do the same with the flowers here on the left. Again, I do not cover the complete flower. So. I just love blue skies, so I decided to go for the blue sky in this tutorial, in this page too. When I color blue skies, I never use only one color. It's always a mixture of several colors. And for this drawing, I start with light ultramarine. Now if you see a blue sky, then you may have noticed that the higher in the sky, the more intense blue the color is. So for example, and you can see it in photographs as well. So the upper part of a photograph or of the sky is a lot darker blue than the areas close to the horizon. And that is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I will eventually color the top of this page a lot darker than the middle area and the lowest parts. But I am zooming in now on this section, and I'm starting the light ultramarine to give it its first layer of color. And it's just again a very light layer, because I want to be able to add as many layers as possible. Now the direction of your strokes in this phase of the coloring really doesn't matter that much. Sometimes it does, but when it comes to this background in the sky, it really doesn't matter that much. Now, I will not color the entire background blue, because the lowest part, near the horizon, I will add other colors because I want to give the impression that there are flowers and plants behind the flowers that are drawn already. So this will be an interesting mixture of colors eventually. Now this is just not so difficult, I think. Just keep a light touch. And I am using, I hope you can see this, I don't know if you can see this. Now once you start coloring larger areas, you will notice that the tip of your pencil will wear off. And when I want to color detail, I will use that point on top of the tip to draw in the detail. But in this case, when I want to color large areas of blue, I use the flattened part of the tip, and that part becomes more and more flat and larger, like this. So I take the flattened part of the point of the tip and put that on paper. This helps me to get soft strokes. If I would use the edge on the tip, I would be able to make darker strokes, but they would be pushed into the paper much firmer, and that would prevent me to make it harder to blend and layer other colors. So I want this soft stroke. Oh, pressing a little harder now, but so that's key for me. And by using this flattened area on the tip, it doesn't really matter in which direction you put your strokes. You see? Let's take another look at the tip of the pencil. Now you can see it very clearly. I think that it is wearing off, and I'm using that on purpose. This really helps to make to create a soft look to your backgrounds and other layered areas. I will not cover the complete sky with this color first, because eventually I want that sky to be alive, and I like creating that by leaving spots, areas blank, and cover it with another color of blue. And by layering it, it will eventually look like one sky, but with different shades in it. So I'll show you how I do that. Here I have cobalt blue, and normally I would sharpen the tip, but for this sky I really don't want to sharpen, because this blunt pencil will help me to create this soft look to the background. So let's move to the left top corner now. Now in these smaller areas I will turn my pencil a little bit, because this is so small that I wouldn't be able to be precise enough if I would color this with the blunt area of my tip. So I turn it and I use the sharp edge, and with a very soft touch I color this. And this is just as precise as with a freshly sharpened point. Now you can color the background for yourself. I don't think I will record putting this first layer of color in the background, because that would be extremely boring. So I will use this area. Because it is the top left corner, it is the top of the page, so the blue sky will be dark over there. And I will use now a darker blue, Indanthrene blue or something like that. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Again, this tip is not freshly sharpened, but that's really, I really don't need that. Look what happens if I just add a little bit of I will not cover the complete background. I will leave some spots open, because there will be more blues in this area. I think I will eventually put 6 or 7 layers of blue at least on the sky. That is why it takes me so long to finish a drawing. This drawing will take me about 90 hours, I guess. But I won't show you everything, because that would be, I think 90 hours is a bit too much to watch. So I will show you all the essentials, but and I have to say, I do like coloring in bed at night, but there is no way I can record it, because well, first of all, the lighting is very bad in the bedroom. And second, I think it would look a little bit strange if you would see me in my pajamas with the coloring book on my bed. But I do like coloring in the evening, at night, because it relaxes, and I think it is much better than watching TV or watching a video on my phone, which I tend to do too often. Now, the bad thing about coloring with bad lights, like I do in my bedroom, is that you cannot see the details properly, and also I cannot see exactly what the color is doing when I blend it with other colors. So things like coloring the sky, the first layers, I can do that in bed, but eventually I will need daylight to determine whether the colors are good or not. I do have a daylight lamp. I use it in the afternoon and in the evening. But I prefer sunlight, just like now. The sun is shining. You can see it. There's a dark shadow of the pencil on the paper. So now I am using the indanthrene blue, not for layering the lighter blue, but now as a first layer. And I will later cover this with other blues, also with lighter blues. That's the fun of using this very light touch. There is so much white left on the paper that you can add lighter colors as well. They will not completely cover the darker first layers, but they will brighten them. So let's take a step back. Well, actually it is a bit too early to take a step back and see what needs to be done, because I just need to continue color everything else. But I will show you a little bit about the lower part, because in this area I will have to let the blue sky fade a little bit and let it become something else. Maybe green, maybe brown, maybe yellow, maybe a combination of those. So I will now pick the lightest blue that I have, and that is sky blue. Again, I did not use a sharpener for this pencil. It's just a bit blunt, but that is okay. If you want to make this drawing look more 3D, you can also add things in the background like trees, more flowers, a house, a shed, anything you like. And that will give the impression that the drawing is a lot bigger than it actually is. Now I will add a little bit more color to these flowers. I am using a pink meadow lake. This is the lightest pink I have in my set. By the way, I am coloring with the polychromos pencils, but I think you already noticed. Just adding some color. I always find it difficult to keep that light transparent look to flowers. The delicacy of flowers, I always tend to put too much color on them and make them look heavy. But I'm learning. I hope I'm sure I will improve. So this is just the first layer. Actually, it is a second layer. This first stage of coloring is not that exciting, I think. But when more and more layers are covering the paper, it becomes much more exciting. And I hope I can show you how to create the magic of layering and blending. So I will do one more thing and show you a little bit more about these little leaves. And I will add another layer already. Let's see, I'm going to use this one. Chromium green opaque. Again, it has not been sharpened, and with putting the first layer of color on this leaf, I left some space for other layers. So some areas are still white, and I'm adding this color in the white areas. So this is it for today, and I hope I see you in the next episode of You Will See Me or Hear Me. You are not really seeing me except for my hand, but well, I hope you can put in your background the first layer, and I will do that too, and then in the next episode we can move on and do some more on the next layers. Bye bye.